Hi guys, this is Jatin here and welcome back to another part of online chess lesson. It is Wednesday today and today is the advanced level chess class, and in today's topic I am going to go over opposite color bishop endgame. In my experience, it's very easy to play if your opponent has one pawn, and it's very easy to draw. In today's topic, we will give some introduction of opposite color bishop endgame and some general rules. When both have opposite color bishop and one side has pawn and second side has no pawn, then it's very easy to make a draw. So here in this position, black control this light square, and it doesn't matter where defending side king is because bishop is enough to control the light square. So you can draw this game very easy. It's black to play or white to play, doesn't matter. Keep your bishop on this long diagonal, and as soon as pawn reach on the light square, then capture the pawn and it's game draw. Don't try to save your bishop. So if let's try white to play, then if white try to move bishop check, then you can simply move your king. And if you try to push the pawn, then take the pawn, king take, and bishop and king cannot check mate, cannot do any progress. So this is the simple one. And the next position, if here white to play, the thing will be slightly different, because if white to play, then white pawn crossed the light square and black has no time to save the pawn and white wins easily. But in the opposite case, if it's sorry about that. Uh, Wait a second. Okay. So in this position, if here black to play, then black simply keep his bishop on light square, and now this game is draw. So if one pawn is easy to make draw, if you control the particular color of same pawns reach on the light square color. If you have dark square color bishop, then you can control the dark square, and as soon as pawn reach on the dark square, then capture the pawn and the game drawn. So the next position, front of yes, this the position is very complicated when your opponent has double pawn. Double pawn means pawn on the same file, and this game depend on the weaker side's king position. The you can draw this game if your king, if weaker side king control the queening square. But in this case, black king is too far away from the pawn and queening square. So this game white wins easily, which sacrifice the one of pawn and the promote second one. So double pawn is always winning if weaker side's king and bishop not controlling the queening square. If you want to make draw, then a weaker side, in my opinion, in my experience, weaker side's king and bishop both are controlling the queening square, then the game draw हो सकता है. Okay, so in this case, if black to play or white to play, just not matter. So if white to play, then white simply push the pawn, and in this case, if you take the pawn, then king take, And now bishop and pawn versus king is always winning from the stronger side. And in this case, if black to play, the things will not be changed. So simply white again pawn push and take your bishop. So if your opponent had double pawn, then try to keep your king on the winning square. So I set this position again, and I keep this king here. Keep this king here. So now white has dark square bishop. So in this case, if white to play or black to play, game is drawn. Okay, because king is controlling the queening square, and white cannot chase away the black king from the queening square, and the pawn cannot be promoted. So if opponent has double pawn, again I repeat it, if opponent has double pawn, then make sure your king control the queening square. Okay, so next position in front of us, when your opponent has the connected pawn. Okay, two connected pawn on the sixth rank is always win, no matter where your king is, no matter where your bishop is. Pawn on the sixth rank is always winning if white push the pawn precisely. If here white to play and white make this mistake and he keep his pawn on the same color of his bishop, then the game draw, because now white cannot make any progress because king on the uh, d7, and now pawn control, pawn stopped. So no matter where you want to push, and then his bishop is coming, and if you come here, then rook is here, king is here, and the game draw. So stronger side try to keep your pawn in opposite color of his bishop. So here if white to play, then if you simply try this move, then black sacrifice his bishop and take your one of pawn, and if you take, the game is draw. So the correct way to play in this move, control the d7 square with your king. So if you want to win, you have to push the d7 pawn, because dark square is controlled by the bishop. So if you push the d7, then white wins easily. So how we push the d7 pawn? So now we have to move our king on c7. So if white to play, white plays c5. So this is the correct variation. So no matter where black play, if you move bishop here and attack your one of pawn, then this is the blunder, because the pawn move and check, and king has to go over and then promote a new queen, and white wins. So bishop cannot move from this diagonal, and if you try to move the uh, king here, then again d7 is coming, and if bishop take d7, pawn take d7, and white wins. So pawn on the sixth rank. How we weaker side can make draw? So make sure when pawn on the fifth rank, then you can save the position. But after reaching the pawn on the sixth rank, both pawn on the sixth rank, then you cannot save the game. So next position, when pawn on the fifth rank. So now here when pawn on the fifth rank, then try to control the pawn's advancing square with king and bishop, and also attacking the second pawn. So here the crucial square is e6. So if black manage to control the e6 square, the game is drawn. So the right way is play, the correct move is bishop to d7, attack this pawn So king cannot move anywhere because this pawn is hanging, and after this pawn is going, the one pawn we can make easy draw, and after rook bishop d7 we also controlling the e6 square, so pawn cannot be advanced. So in this position, white to move, and white play bishop to g5 and control the e7 square and restrict the black's king, uh, occupy the important square e7. So if in this case, if you play bishop to b3 and control the e6 square from behind, so the result would be deadly. Okay, so king to d5, and if you keep your king here, then king here, king to c5, and again you move your king b3 and then king to d6, and white wins because now e6 pawn cannot be stopped. So after you play bishop a6, then e6 check, and if you take, then pawn take, and white wins. And in this case, if you doesn't take and you move your king here, so then pawn reach on the 6th rank and white wins again. So the correct way to play in this position is bishop to d7. So after bishop d7, let's see if black try to same move, bishop king d4. So you can see bishop king cannot come on d4 because this pawn is hanging. So when your opponent has two connected pawn on the 5th rank or down below from 5th rank, 4th rank, 3rd rank, then control the both square, control the crucial square with king and bishop both, and make sure uh, attack the one of pawn and stop the another to advance. Okay, so let's see another position. This is very useful. Uh, I set this pawn on the 3rd rank, and sorry. So in this case, pawn on the 3rd rank. So no matter where, so just wait, and unless pawn reach on the 5th rank. So if white to play, if black to play, black push this pawn, pawn to e4, then move your king simple. If you push this pawn, then come a6, and your opponent push this pawn and come on b5, and opponent push d4. Then now finally pawn reach on the 5th rank. Now you have to move your bishop on d7 square. So now you can't wait, and bishop d7. After bishop h4 plus, then king moves to f4. Okay, so after king f4, now you can see he has to play king to e4, otherwise f5 pawn will fall. So after king e4, so now if again if white try, if black move simply bishop on c8, and if black try, white try this move, then simply move your bishop, don't move your king, just wait and watch. And here you can see black cannot make any progress because white cannot make any progress because white king cannot leave the f5 pawn because f5 pawn is hanging. So bishop is attacking on f5 pawn. If king move away further from the pawn, then black bishop take the pawn, and the game draw. So this is the general rule. So one pawn weaker side can make easy draw. When double pawn, so make sure keep your king on the queening square, if weaker side's king and bishop both are controlling the winning square, the game draw हो सकता है. And if pawn connected pawn, two connected pawn on the fifth, sixth rank always wins from the stronger side, no matter where your king is, where weaker side's bishop is. And the pawn on the fifth rank, connected pawn on the fifth rank, then you can make draw when bishop and king and weaker sides bishop and king both are controlling the advancing square, and bishop is attacking one of pawn and stop the second to advancing. So after here white to play, if white try to push this pawn, so then the game draw, because now white cannot kick the bishop and cannot kick the black king anywhere, because white has no light square control, he had dark square bishop. So the all rules and instructions description में लिखी हुई है, so you can read the all rules and description. And so I hope you enjoy. Then next Wednesday we are going second part of opposite color bishop endgame, where two pawn further away from each other, one file apart, two file apart. So how can weaker side manage to draw and how can stronger side win? And if you have any doubt and question, come on every Saturday night on live stream at 10 p.m. So thanks, and thanks for watching. All the best.